What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Talking with Tyson. And I'm Jay Cotto. And welcome to my fight page. And I'm here with the ultimate, the living legend himself, Mike Tyson. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's up, Jeff? How you doing? Can I introduce our special guest today, please?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Mike.
Today we have Mr. Bob Arum. Say what's up. Say what's up, Bob. Come on, don't be shy.
How you doing, everybody? I just want to say I love your work, Mike. Much respect to you. And Jay Cotto, young man, thriving and pushing in through this boxing scene. I have to tell you, kid, you're doing one hell of a job. I just want to say, everybody, thank you for tuning in. And it's more than likely that you'll see Pacquiao and Vargas.
But hold on, Mr. Arum. Hold on. We'll get to that in a minute, all right?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, he's so anxious. It's so awesome because I actually wanted to ask you a couple of questions, Bob. You know what I'm saying?
Not a problem, Mike. I mean, as long as they're not personal.
Well, no, I don't think they're gonna be personal.
Well, first of all, I want to ask you, what do you think of Gennady Golovkin, man?
Well, I have to tell you this. Gennady Golovkin is a hard-hitting... He's a tank, you know what I mean? I have to tell you, he's basically bringing a lot of money to Tom Loeffler and everybody over there. And ever since he's come to the States, he's made a big name for himself. The only thing that I have to say is Gennady Golovkin is a great fighter, and he has a lot of potential. A lot of potential.
I mean, tell you the truth, I kind of like Gennady. I mean, you know, 3G, he basically just surpassed my knockout record. I mean, you know, that's something, you know, that's a feat in itself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know,
Of course. Well, what do you think of Daniel Jacobs? Do any of you guys think that Daniel Jacobs will stand a chance against Gennady Golovkin with this upcoming match that's been talked about? Because I'll tell you the truth, guys, and especially you, Bob. I wanted to ask you this. You know, Jacobs is a hard hitter. The thing is, a lot of fight fans agree he has no chin. So, what do you say to that?
That's poppycock nonsense. Come on. I mean, to say that a man has no jaw but yet holds a title, that's absurd. I mean, the kid has only lost once. He's been knocked out once. I mean, look what happened to Hearns. Now, you guys know that I am top-notch when it comes to having fighters in my stable. So, therefore, I just have to say that Jacobs has a huge chance against Gennady Golovkin. The problem here is, if we're past the negotiation phase, it's the physical attributes that I'm worried about with Jacobs. Jacobs, as they say, has no jaw, and I say that is total nonsense. Total nonsense. The man just has to keep his chin tucked.
you know something, Bob? I just have to say, you do take a long time to finish saying what the fuck you gotta say. I mean, for Christ's sake, everybody's falling the fuck to sleep. I mean, Jeff, am I fucking wrong?
No, Mike, come on.
No, I understand. Well, Mikey, you have to understand my age. You know, it takes a long time before I breathe and think and talk, you know, and shit.
That smells so putrid. Oh my God.
Well, oh shit, man.
Jeff, you should shove your lightsaber up this guy's ass. I mean,
No, Mike, come on. Now back to what I was saying with Jacobs. Jacobs has a fighting chance. Yes, he does. He's young. He likes to fight on the outside. He's pretty good on the inside. And he's holding a title, which puts him up there with the ones in this era who should be holding the titles. Now calling him a champion, I don't know. Look at Billy Joe Saunders.
You're absolutely right about Billy Joe. I mean, to tell you the truth, he's cotton candy in a way, you know? I say this all the time. All the time. Every time I open my mouth and I speak, I say it. And you know this, right, Jeff?
Of course. Of course, Mike. Of course. Come on. Nobody knows boxing like you. You know what I mean? But I have to agree, you know? And I just have to say, you know, why is everybody getting on Chocolito? You know, everybody thought that he lost, but then now people are watching the fight 2 or 3 times and they see that, you know, his inside fighting was
Exactly. His inside fighting is spectacular. I have to tell you now, guys, you know, little Morthel, that's what I call him, a little chocolate Morthel. He's so awesome, I'm telling you. You know, this kid is dangerous, you know what I mean? And he's already almost going to surpass Floyd Mayweather's undefeated streak. So what I'm saying here, guys, is, you know, this guy knows exactly what he's doing. He's going in there and he's fighting and he's doing exactly what he's got to do. All I gotta say is most of these guys are just ducking. These guys aren't fighting. These guys aren't doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And everybody else out there that's not agreeing and just giving your fighter a pass, I say that's some bullshit.
I have to agree with you on that.
But I'm saying, Bob, if you're agreeing with me, then why is it that you can't get HBO to buy this Manny Pacquiao fight? I happen to fucking like Manny Pacquiao. You feel what I'm saying? I love Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is so far the most entertaining, explosive fighter I've ever seen. You know what I mean? And he should be promoted a little more, you know?
I understand, Mikey, I understand. But the problem here is, with Manny coming back, it's not said. It's just a one-shot deal with this fight. Now, getting the press and everybody to actually get Manny back into the spotlight is something that we all have to agree with. It's hard. And even with a promoter like myself, well, hell, even my friend, my good dear friend, Don King, the world's greatest promoter, couldn't promote this fight.
But that's your fault. You know why? Because you didn't promote Jesse Vargas. And Jesse Vargas is a young, hungry lion. Just like Floyd Mayweather Jr. said, he's a hungry lion. You should be promoting this guy. And you're not promoting him. And that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? That's not fair.
Well, I have to agree with Mike on that, Bob, because I said this back in my videos, and I have to say it now. I think that Jesse Vargas should have been pushed, but at the same time,
I know what you're gonna say, Jeff.
really, Bob, what?
Well, you're gonna say at the same time he can push the fight himself. The problem with that here is, who's gonna pay attention to a kid who's hardly known? Now, it could be the fact that this is my fault partially for not pushing the young man, but at the same time, it all comes down to one thing. And you know what that is, guys?
No, what?
What?
It all comes down to the performance of the fighter. And the fight fans would have to agree with me. Now, I've shaved a little bit off the top to some fighters. I've shaved a little bit off the top to some promoters, but it doesn't mean that I'm a bad guy. I know how the politics of this goes, and I just have to tell you, it's very dirty. Very, very filthy.
Oh, you telling me? Phew, look at the Q-tip head. The filthy reptilian Don King. You know what I'm saying? He owed me $100 million to try to set me up on some shit, but it's all good.
Mike, breathe.
No, I got this. You know what I'm saying? I got this. I'm good. I'm good.
Well, my next question here is in the heavyweight division. What do you guys think of Antonio Tarver turning down a challenge from Dylan White and maybe 2 other heavyweights, which I should have done my homework on this one, but I don't.
You see what I mean, Jeff? You have a great fucking show here with my name on it, and you're gonna come here incomplete. Next time you do, no, never mind. I'm not going to threaten you because you got that lightsaber. Oh, the Skywalker edition. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, Star Wars, I remember. I remember 1972 when that movie.
Okay, Bob. All right. So, like I was saying, uh, you know, Antonio Tarver. What do you guys think about it?
Well, to tell you the truth, I mean, he's mediocre.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, yeah, guys. I mean, it hurts my feelings to say it because Antonio. I mean, he's a very good guy, but he's mediocre, guys. I mean, come on. He's what 45 on Geritol. He's trying to come back. He's trying to do what George Foreman did, but it's not gonna help. George Foreman he was just a different type of animal. He's a different type of specimen. You know what I mean? And for him to just come out here and just ask for challenges, and then Dylan White, which I happen to think is a marvelous fighter, especially in this era in the heavyweights. He's very competitive. And for him to come out and just want to just like, not fight him at all, that's very ludicrous. That's ludicrous. It sort of sends this little thing on my spinal. You know what I mean? And it just hurts so much. But it's okay because Antonio Tarver just basically, I guess he just don't know what he's doing.
Well, Antonio Tarver at one time was a great fighter, especially when he took down Roy Jones Jr. I seen him in Rocky. I seen him in other little tidbits here and there. But he's doing great on the PBC. Very great on the PBC broadcast as an announcer. But he wants to come back. I don't think that he can actually come back and compete against these young guys. These young guys are somewhat of, how do you say, an upper echelon. How these guys are hitting with dynamic power. And I doubt very much if Antonio Tarver can go in there and handle the likes of Anthony Joshua.
That's right. You're absolutely correct.
I doubt if he can slug it out with even Parker. I mean,
Oh, Parker, yeah, he's awesome. He's just
Yeah, Parker's nasty.
and I also doubt that Antonio Tarver could even handle a Dylan White. On that fight and the factor itself, I have to go with the reason being the youth. The youth alone is what's going to disrupt Tarver in any fight.
Oh man, that's just a great. Oh my gosh, I love you, Bob. I love you. Even though you look like Kermit the Frog, you know what I'm saying, missing like 5 chromosomes, but I still love you.
That's a good one, Mike. But I have to say you still look like Emmanuel Stewart to me, and you sound like Gary Coleman at the same time.
Oh, I see you got jokes, Bob. Okay.
Wow. Yo, you guys are fucking crazy. All right, now, what did you guys think of the Golovkin, the Golovkin Brook fight? I came out and I said that Brook did something spectacular during the second and half of the third round, which was put his hands, and a lot of people have been saying it as well. Excuse me, guys.
Now, Jeff, why you gonna go and smoke a cigarette, man? You shouldn't be smoking that stuff.
I tell you right now, let the man do what he wants to do, Mikey. I mean, come on. What's the worst? He's not doing any coke. You know what I mean? He's not smoking any crack, no smack. So just leave him alone, Jack.
Oh my God, you're a poet. You didn't even know it.
Guys, you fucking corny bastards. Stop it. All right, listen. So, I came out and I said that Brook put his hands on him, and basically, just exposed him. What I meant by that was that he just exposed him for that time being, and there's many levels of being exposed. Would you agree with me?
I totally have to agree with you on that. I had many champions in my stable who've won matches and have been exposed at the same time. You, young man, know your boxing.
I mean, Jeff, he's awesome. All I have to say is I totally agree. I mean, there's many times that I've won so many fights and guys, they just did their homework, you know what I mean? And went to town on my ass when I got older, of course. But it's just the point that these guys took the time out to see the mistakes that I did in other matches and the mistakes that the other opponents or competitors did against me, and they put that all together with their arsenal and they came after me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it happens. I think Kell Brook did exactly what he was supposed to do. Now, Triple G being the big monster, the big man, the boogeyman. This guy went in there looking for McRibs. You know what I mean? And this guy took some punches. I mean, he didn't bleed all by himself.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. And you have a good point there. You know what I'm saying, Jeff? You know, Bob, he has a good point there. I'm not gonna go towards saying full exposure, but he exposed them exactly. He exposed them, for what it was worth. Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
You're welcome. You too, Bob. Well, all right. As we bring this to a close, I just want to tell you guys thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Mr. Aram, for stopping by. I hope you come by.
Oh, I will. And make sure next time, Jeff, you've got some fucking wine out or something. I mean, for Christ's sake, I'm thirsty. Can't you hear it in my voice? I sound like I'm gargling construction paper.
I hear you, Mr. Aram. Thank you, man. Thank you, Bob.
Not a problem.
And Mike, of course.
Of course, Jeff. Much love to everybody. Thank you for joining. Talking with Tyson. It's always a pleasure. Peace.
Later, everybody.
Hey, Bob, you think you could get me another fight?